Hi everyone, it's Maggie, and I am here for part 3 of working in my journal. And I'm going to switch to the back after doing these 2 pages here last time. And then I did some of this one. So I'm going to flip to the back and I'm going to do the back 2 pages. I don't want to go from front to back. I want to kind of like go back and forth so that I can figure out how to keep everything kind of even as far as like weight of the pages and what I do on them. If that makes sense. I'm not sure if it does, but it makes sense to me. So I'm just going to do these 2 pages tonight because it's really late. It's later than I thought, and I'm getting a little tired, but I wanted to do it because it's really quiet here. Everybody upstairs is in bed, and it's really the perfect time to craft. So let's see. Which page do I want to start on? Let's just do this back cover because I'm going to keep this one really, really simple. So I cut out a piece of a wide lace and it's really, really pretty. And normally, you would have it like this, but I'm going to turn it upside down like this, like that. And so I'm not really sure what else I'm going to put on here once I start, embellishing some of the pages. And here's the other, excuse me. This is another book that, let's see, Pictures by Howard Chandler Christie. Now let me see who illustrated this one. Okay, so the same person. So he must have made more than one book on this this poem of Sir Walter Scott's, and I need to Google it and read about it because I don't think it's just a poem. I think it's like it might be in poem form, but I think it was a whole, it was a book. It wasn't just like a page. So I just haven't had time to research it, but I will because I want to know what it was about. From what I remember, and this could be a completely different lady of the lake, because this one has to do with a Scottish lady. Now, the lady of the lake that I actually thought it was before I saw the images was during the time of King Arthur. And there was a lady of the lake, and she actually, lived in the lake, and she took care of the sword. I'm trying to think of the name of the sword, but she took care of it when I think it was, and I could be totally wrong. I probably shouldn't even be, talking about this because it was so long ago, but I think it was King Arthur that threw the sword in the lake, and I'm not positive. So, like I said, that's why I'm just going to probably show possibly my ignorance of it because it's been so long since I read that book. And I'm just really trying to think of the name of the sword. Excalibur. That's the name of the sword that she took care of in the lake, and she did give it back. And that could be all, well, it probably is all fiction. But it was an interesting story, and I remember reading it. But, it's been like, it's been probably a good like 50 years or so since I, read about King Arthur and the knights and all that, but I was just fascinated by it. So that's why I wanted to do this journal when I saw the images from Mrs. Cog. All right, so that's enough about that. And I'm sure somebody will correct me on anything that I misspoke about, which is okay because if I need to be corrected, I deserve it for talking about something that I wasn't 100% sure of. Okay, so let me start here, putting some Fabri-Tac down. And I don't know about anybody else, but this week went by like super fast. I can't believe it's Friday. Well, it's almost Saturday now. The weather has been really, really nice. And the rain we've had has been during the night when everyone's sleeping. So that's been nice. Just been a little on the hot and humid side, but I'll take that over the cold any day. But yeah, the days are really going by fast, which is kind of strange, in the times where we're still mainly like stuck at home because we're not into phase 2 until Monday. My daughter goes back to work, and that's stressing me out because she's a dental hygienist and she's more at risk. Than I think even the dentist himself. But they're supposed to have unbelievable precautions in place for when they start up again on Monday. And that's if the governor, he's coming on tomorrow to say, yes, phase 2 can go into effect, or no, it can't. But she is expecting it to be okay and to be able to go back to work, which she's not unhappy about because she's been getting really bored. The only thing that keeps her going is how much time she spends running, and she's able to go out to the trails and walk and run, but her gym is still closed. I guess the gym's not till phase 3, which doesn't make sense to me, but she said she doesn't think that's going to happen until phase 3, so she can't get back to the gym every day or every other day until then. Okay, and so we're going to put this. And let's put that right there. And I know I'm hiding that flower, but I mainly just wanted it for the lace. All right, then the last thing I'm going to do for now for this page is, this is a really old piece of lace. And I'm going to put this along the bottom here. So I think I'll glue it and then I'll cut it. So I hope everybody else has been good and healthy and able to craft. I'm trying to keep everything positive. I can't even watch the news anymore. Okay, so we have that. I like that. I like how that turned out. All right, so this page, I want to add a trim to the edge here, and I have this little trim here. And I think, pretty sure, yeah, this is the right side here. My gosh, the pollen is so bad. I don't know if you all have that yellow pollen for a few weeks every spring, but it seems like it stays more than a few weeks for us. And because we haven't really had, we've just had a little rain, it's not a heavy rain to like wash it away. It's still everywhere. It's stuck on cars and just everywhere. And it like feels like it gets into your lungs and that you swallow it sometimes. And yeah, it's really bad here. I have conservation land behind me, which is all woods, and that can make it even worse. All right, so let's put this on. Don't clog up on me now. Okay, so it's gonna go there. Let's see, make sure it's not sticking to the other paper or page. Okay. Try to get that straight. Okay. Go down a little farther with the glue. And let's see. I love these tiny little trims. They work so well on the edges of the pages. Get the extra glue off the tip. Okay, we do the rest of this part. And it doesn't take a lot of glue either, the Fabri-Tac. Okay, now let's see if it's semi-straight up and down, because I have a hard time with straight. But I think that's pretty good. All right. So let's tamp this down. scissors, and we'll just cut the edge off of this. Leave that for the snippet box. All right. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so this is the Lady of the Lake, and I'm not sure who he is. That's why I have to read up on it. But I love this picture, and I love the tartan, and I just love everything about it. So I cut a piece of paper, this paper here, and because it's a plaid, and even though it's not the same colors as our tartan, I just liked the paper, and I don't like to be necessarily matchy, so I'm going to use this paper. So has anyone have had a virtual doctor's appointment on their phone or their laptop? Because that's a trip. Really weird. But I guess the doctor's offices are opening up also, so we'll be able to make appointments back in the office again, but have to wear masks, which is fine. I'm actually getting used to it now. So, all right, I'm going to put that there. And see, with these tips, very little glue comes out, and really that's all you need. And this paper won't go anywhere. Okay, so let's put this right about there. And then I took a piece of cheesecloth, and this is the really, really I think this was from an old first aid kit that was out in the car for a long time. But the reason why I like it is because the weave is so open. That's what I liked about it when I opened up the package and took a look at it. So I'm going to I don't want it to be like straight or anything, but the glue will really kind of push it down. So I'm just going to add some glue. Right here just to keep it in place. I want to kind of scrunch it. So I'm going to add some more so I can scrunch it up a little more. So that it's not like perfect or anything. And then I'm going to add photo. I don't like, and I really don't like, I mean, sometimes I will do this straight up and down, but I don't know. I just think it's visually a little more interesting if it's like off center or, so let's glue this down. I'm not sure, but next week I might just go live while I do a couple of pages rather than do it this way. I just can't go live every time. So that's it. There's those 2 pages. And I might do some more embellishing, but I don't want to do anything to bulk up the pages until the ones that I am going to actually, embellish, whether it's with more paper or the images, because I have these images and I'll be making some tags and pockets and tucks and that as I go along. So until I get all this done, I don't want to put anything too three-dimensional on the pages that will, bulk it up too much. Okay, so there's the cover again. So thanks for watching, everyone, and for either crafting along with me or just watching to see what I do in the journal. I appreciate everybody that watches, and if you have any questions at all, please just put them in the comment section. I read every comment. I can't comment back. I don't always have the time, but if you see a heart next to it, then you know I read it. And I will answer any question that anybody has. So I will be back again tomorrow night sometime to do a couple more pages. I hope I'm not boring you to the point where you don't want to keep watching, because all the pages are going to be different and I'll be doing different things. So hopefully you'll want to continue along and watch as I craft. So I'll say goodnight, everyone. See you soon.